What's up, YouTube fam? This is Dark Angel's Journey, and I'm Shakira. No vid today. I am literally laying in my bed, and y'all don't need to be seeing that. Plus, it's kind of a bit of a low energy type of day, and I'm pretty sure they'll be napping shortly. But I, don't want to neglect my practice and trying to figure out how to make this thing profitable. So if this all sounds like a good time, drop a comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe even if you feel like it, or if this is helpful in any way, shape, or form. All right, before I get started, let's see what's going on. All right, well, looks like got a nice juicy momentum candle here. On the 2 hour, actually on the 4 hour. I'm sure it's on the 1 hour too. Yep. Look how flat and boring it's been. Somebody was just like, enough of this! Let me get at it! Yeah! That's what I assume anyway. And it looks like Ethereum's doing the same thing. And if I'm going to be honest, if I were to like grab somebody else, let's say XRP. No? Wow. Okay. Thought I saw Solana had something similar going on with it. Oopsie, let's go to the 4 hour. Yep. So there goes Solana doing their thing. So whatever's going on right now, it's popping up. I'm gonna go ahead and drop some volume in here just for funsies, just to see if it's. Oh, what's this? Oh, do I not have enough? Hold on. Too many things open. We don't need that one. Okay. Let's just go check on the volume. Okay. All right. So we got a little volume coming in. Good for it. But in terms of momentum, I needed to bust past this level here, 19.6 something, then 19.971, and then for a real reversal. And let's be honest, right? The probability of them coming back up to retest to eat up this liquidity up here, you know, I suspect they'll be prepping things for the PCE, price consumption expenditure, that's coming out on the 28th. So, be careful. But this nice green candle does tell us that, they might at least come up to 19,924 potentially. But anyway, I'm not gonna mess with that today. Just gonna go back to my practice, and I'm gonna use Bitcoin, and I'm gonna go through three, put it on the daily here, and then I'm just gonna close my eyes and just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, click. Okay. How far back did we get? August. Perfect. All right. So what are we going to focus on today? Let's get a little note thing going here. And text. All right. So first things first, I'm going to determine high time frame trend. And then I'm going to look for supply and demand areas. High quality breaks. Yeah, breaks for entries. And momentum. Let's see if we can figure out momentum a little bit. Momentum candles, entries, stop losses, and take profits. So the first few things determine supply zone breaks, momentum. These things will help us determine or be like the building blocks for, determining where our entries should be, where our stop losses and take profits should be. Okay. Does this thing have like, all right, whatever, that's fine. So that's like the main thing. All right, so let's drop down to the 4 hour. So I'm going to use the 4 hour, 1 hour, and the 15 minute. 4 hour to tell me what the momentum is. So obviously, this is heading up. So the 4 hour momentum is an uptrend. All right. So for all these trades, I want to make sure that whatever momentum we're working with on one time frame, we're also going to be utilizing that. It has to coincide on the 1 hour and the 15 minute as well. So let's do that. All right. So now that we know on the 4 hour that we're on an uptrend, what are the levels that we care about? So I'm gonna go ahead and put my SR channels up. Let's see if I even like that. Let's do that one. Yeah, good. That one's good. So this should be our support and resistance channels. Let's check them first, right? Just to make sure we're good. All right, so you look to the left here. Price is rejected from this one. Rejected, 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 rejected. Okay, good. And then this one, rejected upwards, upwards, downwards. Doesn't matter really the direction, if I'm being honest, as long as it's been doing that. And then this one. I would personally say there's one down here too, but price isn't anywhere near that, so I don't know that I care too much. Okay, so that's good. Let's take a look at the 1 hour trend. And on the 1 hour, price is looking like it's going down. So if we're going to be finding a buy position in this at all, then the expectation would be for it to come here since price, let me put the auto on and get a little zoomy zooms so we can see. Okay, so each time prices come to this trend line, it's, hit it, showing a bunch of dojis, and then reversed back up. So we're going to wait and see what it does, right? And if it's going to break down, that's fine. Price can do whatever it wants, but it would be great for us to have multiple confirmations. And I'll turn on other things for now, but let's just use this SR channel thing. So this one is resistance, and then if we have support, it'll switch to like a blue. So right now everything is just stopping us from going up. So 4 hours on an uptrend, 1 hour is on a downtrend, and let's see if we can flip it back up. So beautiful thing, we're coming up on some kind of resistance. Let's see what's going on. All right, nice green candle that turned this into, it looks like it's trying to turn it into support, but we're not anywhere close to this thing. Doesn't mean that it can't stop here. And I'm just curious though, so just for funsies, I see this here. Just curious if this is like another area. Boom, boom. Yep. Just because these indicators can help doesn't mean that they know everything. All right. So let me do another SR area here. And let's scroll over and check it some more. Yep. Yep. Okay, good. So that's going to be my manually drawn one. All right, so for now, we're still going down, and if we're going to feel like it's going to reverse up and do anything else, and this time I'm going to try and do this with the higher lows so I can like just start eyeballing it, Do we have any equals, liquidity areas, or anything? Okay. All right, let's continue on. All right. All right, nice momentum candle. Okay, so any juicy breaks? You know what? Let me turn on that guy. Makes it a little bit easier for me to see the breaks because I'm and lazy. Okay, so here's a nice juicy break. Price is coming back up. There's a order block right here. These are nice green momentum candles, so let's see what they do, right? All right, anything else? This juicy break right here with this order block, I'm gonna do this. The one thing I'm not showing right now are my imbalances, and I'm gonna plop that there. Actually, I'm gonna put the FEG. Okay, so the only thing about the FEG is that, it's showing imbalances from all over the place. Daily, hour, 4 hour, which is great, but, it can be a bit much sometimes. So, lots to eat up below here, lots to eat up above here. Okay, and we have this order block, but there's no imbalance attached to it. Yeah, okay. And let's just add the daily open price and the current price. So it came down to the open, which can technically be a bit of a support area, and it bounced right off a bit. So maybe it won't make it all the way down here, but let's see. All right, let's get another candle in. Now, I guess, from my perspective, I probably should have taken a look because for the 15 minutes, we have nice green momentum candles. And you know what? I'm going to turn off the FVG because it's a little distracting and leave the imbalance finder on instead. I don't know if I'm going to like that. And what do we see? Probably should have checked that first when we saw that first green candle, right? So on the 15, if, we're switching to an uptrend, making a nice break potentially up here. There's a order block here. This one's going to be a nice one. Why? Because it's basically a dragon fruit, right? It's going to be a demand area. There's an imbalance right above it. And looks like, I guess once we saw the moving average break above it, and, we could have come up. But there's a potential for it to, this is what we're looking for, come back to here to make a higher low and then continue on up. In which case, we can plan for, there's this resistance here. So we can plan for something to the tune of maybe enter about there, drop this down below here, and then set or take profits. That's at 1 to 2 almost. Yeah, about there. But we gotta see if it's gonna do it. But these are strong green candles. Okay. So it did break it. And now, what are we doing? Okay. All right, continuing on with the break. And actually, there's a nice imbalance up here. Let's drop it in the middle. And if I'm going to be super greedy, price likes to meander about in this location here. And there's also an imbalance up here. So let me set it to this area where it's wicked out. Wait for price to come back down. Might come back down, and then we'll pick. So now we're retracing. Okay. Nice green candle. That one's telling me maybe nice bullish engulfing. Let's go to the 15 minute and see what that's looking like. So, all right. So this is what we're hoping for. And yeah, it's already done a retracement. Tap these and it looks like it's continuing up. So that means my entry will probably change. So sorry, a long position, and looks like we've got a little bit of imbalance here, nice break. So I think I'll set my entry to just below this new resistance area and then continue on up to my original take profit area. And let's do the other one, and let's give it a little bit more room to breathe below this imbalance. It's not quite done. All right. And that's a what? 1 to 5. All right, let's press play. Oh. Okay. So, most definitely wrong on that, but not wrong on the fact that it was going to come back down and eat some of this imbalance and then come back up. So, this one's dead. Let's delete that. And lost a small amount there, but we're looking for another entry back in. We haven't cleared this area here, so maybe I should be thinking about an entry after this has been turned into support. So let's see how that plays out. Because what do we have here? And maybe my analysis is all wrong. Who knows? I'm tired and sleepy. I'm expecting it to come down. My original plan was for it to come down here and get an entry down this way. So let's see if that's what I should have waited for. It looks like it's coiling down back to my original plan for an entry. And, oh my goodness, it's a matter of patience, isn't it? So I said I wanted to enter like somewhere about here anyway. And let's try this again, right? We're having some problems getting past this area. There's a swing failure here. So let me set my take profits up here. There's an order block right here too, so that's not a bad area. And then let's see. All right, bullish engulfing came and fueled up. I didn't expect it to come all the way down here, but still. All right, let's see how this plays out. Okay. Okay, stop. So this is telling me that price is favoring lower prices, so I might get out here. And because this is a very bearish candle right here. And maybe this should have been a shorter trade coming into this area and then a tighter stop loss. But we are coiling downwards and definitely don't want to get stopped out. So I'm going to take let's do a little, oh, we're on the 1 hour. Sorry, guys. Let's go out to the 15 so we can see what's happening as we go here. And we're checking our entry. You saw that beautiful green candle going up. And actually, maybe nothing to worry about coming back into this order block, eating that imbalance. So let's let it play out. I could be wrong. And consolidating, coiling, making a higher high. Okay. Back up to this area here, switching it up. Retracing. Okay, so now, honestly, at this point, I would move my stop loss into profit, about here under this order block here, just so I'm not like, you know, so I'm into profits. Maybe even this one because, it's coiling up, but let's let it play out some more. Okay, pause. And definitely moving it into profit over here. It's good. And this one's looking pretty juicy. Let's see. Ooh, nice. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. So, survey says, need to be patient, wait for my original plan because that worked really well. But it took a while from the point of entry, which is about here, all the way. Come on. Ugh. I'm finding that anything that I want to do takes about 12 to 18 hours to get done. And I'm wondering if it got all the way up here, but it definitely, look, it spiked out about that area right there. But this is still a 1 to 2.86, you know? All right, so keeping with the trend from the higher level, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, 15, that's a good way. And then finding an appropriate like entry reason is good. Okay, all right. Now that we see this going on, let's head back up to the higher level and let's do this. And that one works. So we took a small loss on the first one and then took a nice profit on the second. So now, um, so now price is coiling upwards. So now we can look for a potential for another entry. All right. So we have this level up here, and I'm just going to scroll stuck to the left that it could potentially go to. And let's reevaluate. Okay. Let's go back to the 4 hour. All right. So we're still on a firm uptrend. Nice green candles coming back up. Uptrend on the 1 hour. Beautiful. And uptrend on the 15 minutes. So what's a potential for we've just taken our profits here, so what's a potential for another entry for a buy? Okay, so first things first, let's see. It's pretty strong uptrend. I'm gonna use the 1 hour as my direction gauge here. It looks like we're calming down a little bit. We've just hit this area, so let's see if we get some sort of, so now I'm looking for a potential retrace back down to about this level here, where price consolidated before, and then a continuation up to eat the rest of this imbalance. All right. Cool. So that would put us firmly in a space for a very quick, something about from here, under here, and just to that guy, which is a 1 to 2.98, which wouldn't be too bad. So let's see how price behaves and see if we get some sort of reason to enter into something else. It's a nice bullish engulfing. And are we at a level? So I'm gonna turn that on for a second. So that was a level, that was a range there. And it doesn't appear that we have okay, so then we're really close to this level up here. And so the play area will probably be this all the way back up to here. So maybe we're expecting a down, bounce back up, we can take another buy back up to that space up there. Okay, let's let this 1 hour, oh, okay, play out. Okay, and all along with all of this stuff, right? Like we could enter into these trades based off of these bullish candles and different potential like indicators, right? And I don't mean indicators in the sense of like these types of indicators, but like, you know, as you look at if we were to like reanalyze this one and where I went wrong the first time. So one thing I needed to have not done was taken the trade in the middle of nowhere, right? And maybe if I had left my support resistance level up, I would have known that taking the trade up here would have gotten me stopped out pretty quickly, right? So I'll leave that on for now. All right. So now that we have some, because, here we had the dragon fruit. Given that the imbalance was on top of it, and I wasn't, expecting anything, there was this one, I didn't think it would come back down since we're on an uptrend, at least not yet, not until this is broken, that it would come and eat at least half of this, which it did, miraculously. Sometimes it doesn't even take all of it, it just takes like the top and then fuels and goes. In any case, let's see if what we're thinking plays out here, because we're again in the middle of nowhere, with the exception of, yes, it's a sort of a level where price likes to hang out. Since it's not drawing it for me, I'm gonna tap it in, because tap, 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 tap. Okay, so I'm gonna consider that a level and see if we break through it. All right, so looks like we're meandering down the bottom of it, looking for if there's any good breakout. All right, looks like price might want to reverse back down to this level, at least to this area here, bounce back up, and then continue on. So let's see. And I am looking for buys, so I'm not going to take any of these hints, which looks like it's trying to trail itself downwards. Now we have an imbalance, a support area, and that's a juicy place to take a long from, and even ride it back up to this level here, because it's rejecting it, and that would be a 1.43, which is not bad. But let's see if price bothers to come all the way back down here. Looks like it's, and did I say, oh yeah, there is this order block, so I was concerned about that. And I got ahead of myself thinking we might come all the way back down, and it still might, who knows. But we are at an order block. This is a morning star with a nice, beautiful bullish engulfing, but nothing to do until it breaks and confirms this level above here. Yep. All right. Still got that bullish, bearish engulfing. So we're coming down. Okay, got doji. Still in the middle of nowhere, so don't care about it. So we're coiling down. All right. And we've tapped this imbalance. So I wasn't, and I guess I should have checked to see if there's an order block here. And there is a failed one. Breaker block. Let's drop this one in there too. Breaker block over here. And there's a little bit of one here too. So this is a good area right now. So I'm going to still assume, I'm not going to assume, I'm going to still let price continue. And I still think my entry is going to be somewhere down here. Let me put it right there. With a little bit of room. Okay. And then we'll adjust. So we haven't entered anything else yet, so we're just waiting. So price is coiling back up. And, who knows, I could be wrong. All right. Wicking. And now, it took a little while to set up the level for me, and it just did. Just took a minute. So, all right. Aha, here we go. Coming, look at that beautiful red candle. Can't enter yet. For a buy, we need a signal. Don't know if it's going to break past this level, but those are some strong candles. So they busted it. All right. There's an order block down here that I did not notice. Guys, this is a demand order block. No imbalance, but those are up here, already taken. So I'm going to go down to the 15-minute and let's see what it's doing. And then we'll decide if we are going to get in on this action, because I'm thinking turns around, gives me another break, then we're good to go. Now the other option is that it's hit a resistance area. We seem to be losing steam, smaller candles. Might be turning around. All right. So Don't know. So they're wicking out. Okay. And there's a nice bullish engulfing candle here. Now, I'm going to do this. See that bullish engulfing, and then I'm going to set my stop loss just below here. There is an imbalance down there, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm below it. Good, good. Any equals area. If I'm wrong, then I'll get stopped out, and that's that. And then I'm going to try to ride it back up to this area here on the 15-minute. That's a very strong looking candle, so let's play that out. Oh! And what is that? It kicked me out. So this is the folly of getting in as soon as you see one little candle, right? So that's the second time I've rushed into the trade and got my arse handed to me. So now that one's dead, and we'll find another entry. So now we seem to have wicked out. Let's see, is there anything equal lows area down here that would pull the liquidity? Something I should have looked for, marked out, so I was aware of it. Got me good. Okay, that's fine. So we've had two small losses, one big win, and we're looking for a buy. So let's go back to the 4-hour and determine if the trend is still the same. Yep, still an uptrend. And then on the 1-hour, well, we're definitely down. On the 15-minute, we're definitely down. So we gotta wait for the 1-hour to switch to an uptrend before we can begin an entry. So that's why I just lost. It hadn't switched yet. So gotta stick to the plan. Okay. So now this is a nice long wick. Equals. Let me pull this over. And then it's at a resistance area. And a very sharp downtrend. Okay, we're wicking. Buyers are like, no. Sellers are like, no. Okay. So we're at this level. And, okay, so two green candles. Let's go to 15-minute and see what that looks like. So, looks like we're starting to coil back up. And what do we have? We have a nice juicy break. So now we're going to look for an entry right around here. There's a nice little imbalance there. So let me pull it to here. And then I can set my stop loss below this equal lows. And we will ride it back up to this imbalance right here. To this, yeah, back up that way. All right, and that's what the expectation the price is going to pull back to at least here, and let's see what it does. Ah, come on. Oh, it got pulled by this one down here. Oh, okay, so that's two losses. Now, I probably would have been able to catch that if I wasn't being impatient. So, yep, there's that. And this guy, you can't just enter just so. You got to see what price is going to do, and it just dropped back down. I think right now I'm being inflexible. We just hit this one, and then it came to this real nice support area here. So let's see. We've got, okay, so let's look at the 4-hour. Okay. So we're still on an uptrend. We just got rejected off of this thing. The 1-hour is on a very strong downtrend. Big, juicy break right here. We seem to be going down. So I need to see something momentum change on the 4-hour. This is a big momentum candle right here. Okay, so let's see what happens. We have, let me get rid of my failures so far. That's okay. It busted right through this breaker block. Yep. And okay, so we see it retesting. All right. And okay, we're climbing back up. And coming to this thing right here. And I haven't even bothered to look at these moving averages, right? So if we're coiling back up, let's see. Um, if I'm thinking about this right. Okay, we have this breaker block here. Oops. I'm trying my best not to draw too many things. Okay, so price is going to come back up to it. So if this does not hold, then I think the entire trend is switching to a downtrend, or it's going to try, it tapped this, so I don't know if it's going to use it anymore. But don't see anything that will tell me what the plan is. And if we look back at the way the moving averages have worked, if the blue's on top, we're going up. Red's on top, we're going down. Simple. Blue on top, up. Red on top, down. So let's zoom in here. So we have a break here, no imbalance. That one's been eaten, and they're merging. So what was it? Blue on top, we're going up. So coming down again, probably back to retest this thing. Let's get some more confirmations. Okay. All right. So we're back into this order block here for a potential entry up. But before we get in on this action, those will have to be up to go here. Then I need to see um, a nice juicy break, and I'm gonna say I want to see the blue on top of this. So have you zoom in here? It looks like the blue has crossed over right there, and we're at this other level of support. So, all right, so that makes me feel a little bit better. So let's enter here, and let's drop it right to there. And then let's see, where is this is an area of resistance. That's a one-to-one, so that's not worth it. And the breaker block, I'm gonna aim for this level of support. That's 1 to 4. So far, haven't been right. So let's see. I'm making a higher, I need to see a higher high. It looks like a higher high. And we're in it now, guys. Let's just see this play out. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, nice. Really should go for the levels. Just plot between the levels. How great is that? Like 1 to 4, 6, 3. But I said, at least to this level, which was 1 to 4. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, so what we learned, right? And let's go back up to the 4 hour and our notes, right? Where is the note? Is it hiding? Oopsie. There we are. Okay. So if we stick with what the high time frame trend is saying with our three levels, so 4 hours to make sure to know what the bigger time trend is, 1 hour to continue the confirmation of that, and the 15-minute for entry. So that worked out really well twice, and then I basically messed up in terms of the entries twice. So two bigger wins, two smaller losses. So I think we're still doing pretty well there. Okay. And let's kick back down to the 15 minutes for this last entry and just kind of look at it one more time just from an analysis perspective. So I think when I went in for the entry up here, I think it was, right? With the breaker block and stuff, and I saw this bullish engulfing and I put it down here. Um, the moving averages had also crossed over and that was good, but there were there's another level down here that I hadn't drawn out, and the another support resistance area here that the the indicator also hadn't noted. So I think half of my problem was that, and I wasn't paying attention to what was going on with the equal lows here, where it could pull the price, which it did. Um, and then of course, patience and waiting for it to pop down. And I even tapped this demand area, which is kind of awesome, but it couldn't close below the trend line. So waiting for a re-entry once price had um, broken back above the trend line and then given us some sort of confirmation, which it kind of didn't do until it really broke above this green level right here. And that's when we finally saw the crossover and the strong green candles coming up. And there we go. Good to go. All right. So I don't know how long this video is, and I hope it's not too crazy, but hopefully this is helpful for anybody. I know it's definitely helpful for me. And I think that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry I'm not on vid. Y'all don't need to see me laying in my bed, but happy Sunday. I think I'm gonna go take a nap and then pop up again and do a little bit more. All right, y'all enjoy yourselves. Peace. Shakira out.